In life, wisdom does not always look the way we expect it to. Sometimes it is loud, sometimes it is brilliant, but very often it appears in the quietest actions, the simplest decisions, and the softest voices that most people overlook. Today's story is a gentle reminder of why silence is not weakness and why patience is a quiet form of strength. In a peaceful kingdom far away, there lived a wise minister, someone the king trusted above all others. Whenever a difficult problem arose, the king would turn to him, knowing he would find clarity in the minister's calm mind. But as often happens, the more someone is trusted, the more others become jealous. Many people in the royal court secretly disliked how much the king relied on him. They waited for a moment, any moment, to doubt his wisdom. And one day, that moment arrived. The king called the minister and said, "You are wise, but your son, he seems quite foolish. Every morning, when I walk outside the palace, I meet him. I ask the same question, which is more valuable, gold or silver? And every day he tells me, silver." The court burst into laughter, as if they had finally found proof that the minister's family was not as wise as people believed. The minister stood in silence. He did not defend his son. He simply bowed and returned home, carrying a quiet heaviness in his heart. When he arrived, he called his son. "My child," he asked softly, "tell me honestly, which is more valuable, gold or silver?" "Gold, of course," the boy replied without hesitation. The minister frowned, even more confused than before. "Then why do you tell the king that silver is more valuable, even though you know it is not true?" The boy did not answer immediately. He took his father's hand and led him into his room. There, he opened a small wooden box. Inside were dozens of silver coins, neatly stacked one by one, forming a soft, shimmering glow. "These," the boy said gently, "are the coins the king gives me. Every day, he places one gold coin and one silver coin in front of me. Then he says, 'Take whichever is more valuable.' And every day, I choose the silver coin." The minister stared, baffled. "But why? Why choose the lesser one?" The boy smiled, a calm, steady smile that carried more wisdom than anyone had expected. "If I ever take the gold coin," he explained, "the king will realize that I know the correct answer. He will stop asking the question. And once he stops, I will no longer receive any coins at all. I would rather collect a silver coin every day, slowly and patiently, than take one gold coin once and lose everything afterward." Then he added something even more meaningful. "I am not choosing silver because I don't understand. I am choosing it because I do understand." The king may laugh, but I am learning patience. I am learning consistency, and I am learning to think long term. That is something not everyone sees. At that moment, the minister realized something profound. True intelligence doesn't need to shine. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't need to prove itself to anyone. It simply allows the results to speak in silence. From that day on, whenever someone called his son foolish, the minister would simply smile. He knew that people who rush to judge often understand the least, and people who stay calm, patient, and quietly focused are the ones who build something lasting. In our real lives, we often meet two kinds of people: those who talk loudly but do very little, and those who create quietly without announcing every step they take. You don't have to prove your worth to the world. You don't have to explain your choices to everyone. If you know your direction, your purpose, and your truth, walk your path gently. One day, your results will speak louder than any opinion. And when they do, the world will finally understand the quiet strength you carried all along.